Apricots may not be the fruit people talk about the most, but that is exactly why many overlook 9 benefits that can matter for your eyes, skin, gut, and heart. Welcome to the Fresh Fuel Guide. Apricots may look small, but they hold a valuable mix of nutrients, including carotenoids, vitamin C, vitamin E, potassium, and fiber. Recent reviews also show that apricots contain a wide range of polyphenols and antioxidant compounds linked to cell protection and metabolic support. In this video, you and Emma will walk through 9 of the most important health benefits of apricots and why this fruit deserves more attention in everyday eating. Number 1. Apricots are rich in antioxidants that help protect cells. Apricots may not be the first fruit people think of when they hear the word antioxidants, but that is actually one of their most valuable strengths. In the nutrition and benefit outline you provided, apricots are described as containing important plant compounds such as flavonoids, along with compounds like chlorogenic acid, catechin, and quercetin. These compounds help neutralize free radicals, which are unstable molecules that can damage cells over time. That matters because oxidative stress is linked not only to aging, but also to long-term problems involving metabolism, cardiovascular health, and chronic inflammation. In other words, apricots are not just a mildly sweet fruit for casual snacking. They also carry a meaningful layer of cell protective value. What matters here is this: if there is one benefit strong enough to open this list, it is apricots' antioxidant potential and their role in helping protect cells. And the next benefit is even easier for many people to care about, because it connects directly to something we rely on from morning to night: our eyes. Number 2. Apricots help support vision and protect the eyes. After antioxidant protection, another notable benefit of apricots is their support for eye health. In the content you provided, apricots are highlighted as containing vitamin A along with vitamin E and carotenoids such as lutein and zeaxanthin. These nutrients are closely tied to vision, especially in helping protect the retina against oxidative stress and light-related damage. This matters because the eyes are among the hardest working organs in the body. From the moment you wake up until the end of the day, when the diet lacks essential nutrients, the eyes may experience increased strain over time. Vitamin A from food has long been associated with visual support, while lutein and zeaxanthin are often discussed as helpful pigments for the macula. In other words, apricots are attractive not only for their bright golden orange color. That color also reflects the presence of compounds that matter for eye health. What matters here is this: apricots are not a miracle fruit for vision, but they absolutely deserve a place in an eating pattern that aims to support the eyes in a more natural way. And the next benefit turns to something almost everyone notices in the mirror every day: skin and aging. Number 3. Apricots help support healthier skin and graceful aging. After eye health, the next benefit of apricots speaks directly to something many people care about every day but often think of only in terms of skincare products: the skin. In the content you provided, apricots are highlighted as a source of vitamin C and beta-carotene, 2 very relevant compounds for skin health. Vitamin C plays a role in the production of collagen, the structural protein that helps skin maintain elasticity and firmness. Beta-carotene, as a precursor to vitamin A, is also linked to helping protect skin cells against environmental oxidative stress. What matters here is that skin does not age only because time passes. It also ages because it is constantly exposed to sunlight, pollution, oxidative stress, and low-grade inflammation. When the diet includes more foods rich in antioxidants and nutrients that support connective tissue, the skin gains a stronger internal foundation, helping it stay healthier over time. In other words, apricots are not a magical anti-aging fruit, but they are a very sensible choice if you want your diet to support the skin from the inside instead of relying only on what gets applied from the outside. Put more simply, the golden orange color of apricots is not just attractive, It reflects exactly the kind of nutrients that skin often needs to stay stronger and healthier over time. And the next benefit turns to something even more basic, but just as important for daily comfort: the digestive system. Number 4. Apricots help support digestion and gut health. After skin health, the next benefit of apricots is much more basic, yet deeply connected to how the body feels every day: the digestive system. In the content you provided, apricots are described as containing soluble fiber, especially pectin. That is an important point, because fiber does more than simply add bulk to stool and support bowel movement. It also helps the digestive system function more smoothly over time. For a fruit that is naturally sweet, easy to enjoy, and not too heavy, that is a very practical advantage. What makes this more valuable is that pectin is not only about constipation or regularity. It is also a type of fiber that may help slow carbohydrate digestion, supporting steadier blood sugar after meals and improving satiety. At the same time, soluble fiber creates a friendlier environment for beneficial gut bacteria. In other words, apricots are not just easy on the stomach in a vague sense. There is a clear nutritional reason behind that effect. What matters here is this: apricots are not a miracle answer for every digestive issue, but they are a very sensible choice if you want meals to become richer in fiber, gentler on the body, and more supportive of gut health. And the next benefit turns to a topic many people care about even more, especially as stress builds and age increases: hunger control and weight management. Number 5. Apricots help support hunger control and weight management. After digestion, another practical benefit of apricots is their gentle support for hunger control. In the nutrition details you provided, 70 grams of fresh apricots contain only about 34 calories. Even so, they still provide fiber, vitamins, and useful minerals. That matters because not every low-calorie snack is actually satisfying. Many foods look light but leave you hungry again very quickly. Apricots are naturally sweet and contain fiber. This can make them feel more satisfied than sugary snacks that are low in nutritional value. What makes this more useful is that fiber, especially the portion concentrated near the skin, may help slow digestion and prolong fullness. That does not turn apricots into a miracle weight loss fruit, but it does make them a more sensible option for people trying to manage portion sizes while still wanting something pleasant to eat. In other words, apricots do not help with weight management simply because they exist. They help by replacing more energy-dense snack choices with lighter, more balanced options. What matters here is this: apricots support weight control best when they are part of a smarter eating pattern, not when they are treated like a magical fat-burning trick. And the next benefit moves into something far more important than what the scale says on any given day: blood pressure and heart health. Number 6. Apricots help support blood pressure and heart health. After hunger control, the next benefit of apricots is much more important in the long term: its effects on blood pressure and heart health. In the nutrition details you provided, apricots contain potassium, which is a very relevant mineral for fluid balance, muscle function, and heart rhythm. That makes apricots a sensible addition to eating patterns that aim to support cardiovascular health, especially because many people today consume too much sodium while paying too little attention to potassium-rich foods. What makes this valuable is that potassium does not work in some magical way. It helps the body maintain electrolyte balance and supports steadier blood pressure regulation. That is why foods with natural potassium, such as apricots, tend to have a meaningful place in healthier eating patterns. In other words, apricots are not a fruit that treats hypertension, but they are a sensible part of a diet that is more supportive of the heart and blood vessels. What matters here is this: the value of apricots does not come from a dramatic promise, but from the fact that they add one more small but useful advantage for cardiovascular health over time. And the next benefit becomes even more relatable on hot days or after physical activity. as it directly relates to hydration and electrolytes. Number 7. Apricots help with hydration and electrolyte balance. After blood pressure and heart health, the next benefit of apricots is much more immediate in daily life. Especially on hot days or after physical activity, hydration and electrolyte support. In the content you provided, apricots are described as being close to 90% water by weight and as containing potassium, a mineral that plays an important role in fluid balance and muscle function. That makes apricots more than just a mildly sweet fruit for casual snacking. They can also be a sensible option when the body needs gentle support for hydration. What makes this more useful is that staying well hydrated does more than reduce thirst. When the body has enough fluid, blood circulation, nutrient transport, and temperature regulation all work more smoothly. Potassium also helps support electrolyte balance. So the value of apricots does not come from acting like a rapid hydration solution. It comes from helping the body maintain a steadier internal balance in situations where mild fluid loss can build up. In other words, apricots are not a specialized electrolyte drink, but a fruit that can support the body in a more natural and comfortable way than many people realize. What matters here is this: sometimes a small fruit is useful not because it is dramatic, but because it supports the body at the right time and in the right way. And the next benefit moves deeper into an organ that works quietly every day but is highly vulnerable to oxidative stress when the burden becomes too heavy: the liver. Number 8. Apricots help protect the liver from oxidative stress. After hydration and electrolyte support, the next benefit of apricots reaches an organ that works quietly but is essential every single day: the liver. In the content you provided, apricots are described as containing antioxidant compounds that may help protect liver cells against damage related to oxidative stress. That matters because the liver is involved in many metabolic processes, nutrient handling, and protective functions throughout the body. The important thing here is to frame it correctly. Apricots are not a magical, liver detox fruit, but they may help create a more supportive nutritional environment for the liver because of their natural antioxidant content. When oxidative stress is reduced, liver cells may have better support for maintaining steadier function. In other words, the value of apricots does not come from exaggerated promises, but from the fact that they can become one small but sensible part of a diet that is more supportive of long-term liver health. What matters here is this: apricots do not do the liver's job for it, but they may help protect it better against some of the pressure it faces every day. And the final benefit coming up will address something many people notice when they feel tired, lightheaded, or low in energy: adding iron and copper to the diet. Number 9. Apricots help add iron and copper to the diet. The final benefit of apricots concerns something many people only notice when they feel tired, lightheaded, or low in energy: iron and blood formation. In the content you provided, apricots are highlighted as containing iron and copper, two minerals involved in the production of hemoglobin and the support of red blood cell formation. That is worth paying attention to, because many people think only of red meat or liver when they think about iron, while forgetting that some fruits can still contribute a small amount of mineral value to the overall diet. The key is to keep the idea realistic. Apricots are not a fruit that treats anemia, but they can contribute to a more micronutrient-rich eating pattern, especially when they appear alongside foods that provide more iron and protein. Copper also plays a role in iron metabolism and supports several biological processes related to energy. In other words, the value of apricots here does not come from a dramatic promise. It stems from the fact that they can add another small but useful advantage for people trying to make their meals less nutritionally empty. What matters here is this: sometimes foods that seem light and simple can still make a quiet contribution to functions that are much more important than they appear. If you want more smart nutrition ideas to support your eyes, skin, gut, and long-term health, subscribe and follow Fresh Fuel Guide for the next videos. And do not click away yet, because the ultimate health hack coming next will bring all 9 benefits together into one simple rule worth remembering. How to eat apricots in the right way, in the right amount, and at the right time to get the most value from them. If there is one main idea worth taking away from this entire video, it is this: apricots are not a miracle fruit that can solve every health problem on its own. But they are a very smart choice if you want to make your diet richer in antioxidants, fiber, carotenoids, and helpful micronutrients in a gentle and sustainable way. From helping protect cells against oxidative stress to supporting the eyes, skin, digestion, and heart, to contributing water, electrolytes, and small amounts of minerals such as iron and copper. The value of apricots does not rest on one dramatic promise. It comes from the fact that they do many small things in the right direction at the same time. So if you want to use apricots more intelligently, remember 3 very simple rules. First, choose fresh, properly ripe apricots rather than turning them into something overly sweetened or syrupy. Second, treat apricots as part of a balanced meal or snack, not as your only health strategy. Third, eat them regularly in a sensible amount, because the real value of fruit usually comes from a habit repeated over time, not from eating a huge amount once in a while. That is how fruit creates real benefit without turning healthy eating into another burst of enthusiasm that disappears a week later. There are also a few cautions worth remembering. If you are dealing with diarrhea, irritable bowel symptoms, tight blood sugar control, or a history of kidney stones, it makes sense to pay closer attention to portion size and your body's response. And if you have ongoing medical conditions or take regular medication, asking your doctor is still safer than trusting bold claims online. If you found this video helpful, please share it with anyone aiming to eat healthier. Which of the 9 benefits stood out to you most? Eye, skin, or digestive support? Comment below with your choice, and I'll read and respond to your questions. Thank you for watching. Wishing you strong health every day.